All right, let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at someone making 5, 6, 7 figures as a freelancer and thought, how the hell are they doing it? And I mean, they're using the same platforms, they have the same skill set, however, they have even less talent than you do. But they're booked out with multiple orders in queue, getting dream clients who don't even negotiate the price. And still, they're charging triple your rates. Meanwhile, you're stuck sending cold pitches or dropping your prices just to stay in the game and pay your bills every month. Now, you see, the thing that they understand that you still don't is what's happening in 2025. Because the truth is, freelancing has changed. And if you don't adapt soon, and I mean this year, then your income is going to keep dwindling down to nothing. And the crazy thing is, it all comes down to one thing, just one simple shift that the top freelancers have figured out. And it's not some Fiverr gig hack, it's not spamming Upwork proposals, and it's not learning another AI tool. It's just about building a personal brand. Now, I know people throw that term around all the time, like it's just for influencers or YouTubers, but what I'm about to show you is how any freelancer right now can use a personal brand to stand out in a crowded, sometimes saturated, price competitive market. Because once you understand this, your freelancing career becomes a magnet for high-paying clients, inbound opportunities, and possibilities you didn't even know were possible. Plus, one of the biggest benefits, in my opinion, is just the credibility it will give you. You're no longer just some freelancer on a platform. The clients can now get to know you better and see your motivations. So, let me run you through how you're going to do this. First, I want to hit you with the cold, hard reality. Freelancing today isn't about skills anymore. It's about visibility and trust. And if you have the skill as well, then that's an added bonus. But if you don't, then you can simply outsource that to someone that does. You see, the fact is, you could be the most talented designer, writer, video editor, or marketer out there. But if no one knows who you are, if no one sees your work, and if no one trusts your ability to deliver real results, you're invisible. And invisible freelancers, unfortunately, don't make a lot of money. The problem is, supply has exploded. Right now, there are 59,000 people that will develop a business website for me, 47,000 video editors, 120,000 logo designers. You see where I'm going with this, right? More people than ever are freelancing, and AI tools are lowering the technical barrier. But don't get me wrong, AI tools are still not doing a fantastic job, but they are a low-cost way for clients to get what they want, as clients now have 200 plus applications for a single job post. And the worst part, they can't tell who's actually good. Most of the times, it's just a gamble trying to pick the best freelancers to go with. So instead, they default to who feels familiar, who feels credible, who feels like a real person and not just a profile. Freelancers with personal brands win because they create perceived value before a single conversation even starts. Now, I'm sure you don't want to be negotiating your price on a cold DM, do you? You want to be the person they already decided they want to hire, even if you charge 3 times more than anyone else. And that's what a personal brand can give you. Now, let's clear the air real quick. In case you're getting confused, this isn't about having a fancy logo, a perfect Instagram grid, or some aesthetic Notion page with pastel fonts. That's branding, which is something completely different. But personal branding is deeper. A personal brand is the story people associate with your name before they even speak to you. It's how people feel about you when they see your content. It's the trust they assign to your work, and it's the clarity around what you do and why you're the one to do it. And to be honest, you already have a personal brand. Whether you've worked on it or not, everyone has it. It's just a case of showing it off. You see, the biggest question is your personal brand working for you or against you? Now, let me give you a quick example of what I mean. I have 2 freelancers, freelancer A and freelancer B. Freelancer A has 5 years of experience, a beautiful portfolio, and is great at what they do. Freelancer B has 2 years of experience, decent work, but they post once a week breaking down their process. They share client wins, they post honest stories of lessons learned. They've got 4 case studies on their site, and they show their face. Who do you think gets hired first? Freelancer B, right? Why? Because they're known, they're trusted, and they're top of mind when somebody thinks about that specific service they offer. That right there is the game. A personal brand creates pre-sold trust. So when someone lands on your profile, they're not just thinking, can this person do the job? They're thinking, this is the exact person I need to solve my problem. Now, here's the thing, and it's hard to deny. AI is getting better, faster, and cheaper. Clients are already able to generate copy, edit videos, and build websites without you. But the things that they'll still be willing to pay for is your clarity, your trust, your personality, your insight, and of course, your experience. Those things can't be faked or automated. And a personal brand is essentially a container that holds all of that. It's what lets you raise your rates because clients trust your judgment. It's what lets you choose better projects because people now come to you. And it's what lets you work less because every piece of content you post becomes a silent sales rep that works 24/7. This is why freelancers who build brands easily turn them into businesses, and freelancers who don't stay stuck in survival mode. So, if you don't become known for something, you'll always be chosen for price. But when you're known, price becomes irrelevant. Now, let me break this down on a psychological level, because this isn't just marketing hype. 2 important factors are at work here. The exposure effect. Now, this is the more you see someone, the more we trust and like them. So post content regularly, even if it's not perfect, and people will feel like they know you. And second, authority bias. Now, we naturally trust people who sound like experts. When you share insights, frameworks, or breakdowns, people assume you're high level, even if you're just documenting what you're learning. This is why a simple 60-second video sharing one client win can outperform a resume or a portfolio. People buy confidence, people buy clarity, and most importantly, people buy into people. You're not competing on skill anymore. You're competing on belief. So let's get tactical on how you're going to build this brand. Here's the framework to follow to build your personal freelancing brand, minus the fluff and the overwhelming effort. First, pick your identity. Define who you help, what you do, and why it matters. Remember, clarity is currency. And instead of, I'm a graphic designer, say, I help e-commerce brands turn their product photos into scroll-stopping content that drives sales. Second, choose 1 to 2 platforms. Start where your clients actually hang out. LinkedIn is for B2B clients, SaaS, and coaches. Instagram is for personal brands and creators. YouTube is long-term authority and SEO, whereas TikTok is fast growth and low barrier to entry. Now, you don't need to be everywhere. You just need to show up somewhere consistently. 3, create constant value. Think client transformations, behind the scenes, what I learned from this project, common mistakes you see clients making, and tips specific to your niche. Now, you're not trying to go viral. You're building trust in small doses. 4, show your face. People connect to people, not logos, and definitely not Canva carousels. Even a selfie with a story builds more connection than a polished graphic. 5, engage like crazy. Comment on posts, DM leads, build relationships. The algorithm isn't your boss, people are. And if you're still wondering whether this is something that you should focus on or not, then let me give you 3 real examples. Justin Welsh started as a solo entrepreneur, used LinkedIn in 2019 to share insights, frameworks, and his story. Then he went on to build a $5 million plus one-person business, all with his personal brand. Caitlin Borgin calls herself the customer whisperer, shares marketing psychology breakdowns, and the results? Clients and opportunities flow to her like clockwork. You're already building skills. You're already doing the work. Now it's time to show up and build the brand that does the selling for you. You just need to get past where most freelancers get stuck, and that's self-doubt. So let me help you answer these questions for you, okay? If you're thinking, yeah, but I'm not an expert, well, guess what? You don't have to be. You just have to be one step ahead of your clients. Or another common one would be, I don't like being on camera. Well, start with text. Use voice, use storytelling, find your format. And the one I hear all the time is, I don't have time. But you're already doing the work, so just document it. Turn projects into posts. The real block? Fear of judgment. Now, let me remind you though, no one doing more than you is judging you. And the truth is, freelancers who win in 2025 aren't the most talented, they're the most trusted. And trust is built in public. Start small. One post a week, one story at a time. Document your process, share your insights, and show your face. As right now, your personal brand is your reputation at scale. And guess what? It's not optional anymore. It's your single biggest competitive edge in a saturated market. See you in the next one.